Hello everybody, welcome on in. Yeah, the opening music for Betrayal Krondor is really good. Really good. So yeah, we're gonna play more Betrayal at Krondor. And yeah, we should finish chapter 1 today. Chapter 1 of 9. Yeah, it could be pretty slow going until we explore the entire world. And then we'll just go in and do the main quest stuff, because the side quests are not per chapter. They are just for the world itself. So once we get the side quest done, obviously we'll be able to just plow through the last half of the game. And there are certain chapters where we will be elsewhere and not in this world. So yeah. Yeah, welcome to the stream there, Demi Colorado and True Shiro. Good to see you both, and everyone else here who is lurking here today. So yeah, we'll make more progress. We have 2 more towns to visit, and then we have to explore the road up. And then I think we have to turn in the one quest with the we had to kill that tough fight in the barn. I think I have to go visit the temple, if my memory serves me correct, to turn that quest in, I think. It's not a big deal if we don't. I don't think we'll get much of anything out of it. But we'll do that on the way back when we hit get the Krondor. And then we'll see what happens once we get the Krondor. There's still a little bit more after we get the Krondor for chapter 1. I am very familiar with like the first 2 or 3 chapters. And I replayed this a lot. So kind of know the first 2 or 3 chapters. But after that, my memory becomes foggy on what actually happens. But we'll be doing Betrayal Krondor today and tomorrow, both starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, we'll be playing some more Flashback. We finished the first chapter, we'll call it the chapter. I'm getting used to controls. Now I'm getting better used to controls, but I still have to figure out how to make a high jump, which I have not been able to do yet, which is going to be needed for the next part. So we'll be working on that Monday night, and we'll be playing that at least 2 or 3 times next week, and then more Betrayal Krondor Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we'll work our way through chapter 2 hopefully. So yeah, let's go. Let's get started. Let's play some video games. So there we go. Alright, let's go here. Alright, so check out the map here real quick. So you can see where we're at. We'll be heading into Tanyors. We'll be going up to Tanyors and Eggley. And maybe have to go back to Tanyors again. Yeah, I think there's a quest at Eggley that we have to do. And then we're gonna head up the coast here. And around here. See if there's anything here. And then yeah, head to Krondor, which there shouldn't be any more enemies because we'll be killing them all the way out. And then we might stop in South. That's where the Sung Temple is, I think. So we'll stop there and see if we can turn that quest in and go to Krondor. Make sure we're stocked up on some food. That is kind of the plan for the rest of chapter 1. So we just have, probably take a couple hours just to get to Krondor. We might not get through chapter 1 today, but we'll see. I think we will, but you never know. All depends on what we are facing here. Let's see what we got in this town. Don't got too much money. No one's lived here. Locklear Sniff, stepping inside the tavern doorway, he detected the faint but familiar scent of lye and the more pungent aroma they were meant to erase. It would be a foolish tavern keeper who neglected to have a cleaning boy close at hand when the men drank to excess. Locklear tapped the woman's shoulder. Slowly she turned and looked at him, but rather than greeting him with a smile, her gaze was a look he had thought reserved for things that crawled underground or lapped the table leaving to the dooryard. What do you want? I was hoping perhaps we could talk, Locklear ventured. Pass the time with a little conversation. Why? She said curtly. Opening his mouth to reply, but suddenly finding himself bereft of adequate speech, he made a small sound which he was certain sounded quite unmanly, stabbing him with her exquisitely beautiful stare. She smiled. I thought as much. Goodbye, sir. I am sure you have a brilliant oratory career before you. Locklear cleared his throat, glancing up from the business of cleaning his fingernails with a boot knife. The man regarded him thoughtfully, motioned with the tip of his knife for them to quickly make their business known. Oh, that's a very fine, very nice knife there, Kishian, isn't it? Locklear commented carefully. Where did you chance to purchase it? The man smiled, showing uneven brown teeth. Who said I bought it? Oh! Gorat said, taking a hold of Olin's short teeth. Well, I think my companion here pumped me a drink before we came in, and I think it's why not time to collect it on. Good day to you. Perhaps we can speak again. Shifty-eyed man motioned them over. Boys, he said, snake-eyed splitters the name. You feel lucky tonight? You're looking lucky. How about a game of dice? The gambler looked up, making a fist. He shook it under Locklear's nose and smiled wickedly as he opened his palms to reveal a pair of dice. The game is dice, my friend, the gambler said, sitting back down. Winner takes half as much as he bets. How much gold do you wager? Ruthier smiled upon them, giving up his winnings. As graciously as possible, Locklear deposited the one sovereign with as much discretion as possible. I hope you have better luck in the future, Locklear said with a nod. Locklear shook his head. You have quite a good run of luck by the looks of you, he said. We at last have not been so fortunate. Perhaps someone else will play with you. Locklear motioned for the man across the room. Sometimes I come here with basic drinking gab, the man said, but sometimes I come to gab. Well then, perhaps you can tell us, Locklear began hopefully. Before he could finish, the man interrupted. Today, I just come to drink. Let's play the bard. Owen played. Fingers slid easily over the lute's fingerboard as he moved between chords of this kingdom mind. The notes filling him as well, guiding him forward. Quietly, he began to sing the refrain. This kingdom is mine, with the blood I pay to guard against all who oppose her. When he at last finished with the tune, he found his audience was sitting stunned silent, their gazes fixed upon them. That was beautiful, the tavern keeper said, reaching in his pouch. He removed 30 sovereigns and placed them in Owen's hands. They pretty much did a perfect boarding sequence there. You got 30 sovereigns. There's no innkeeper here. Oh, he ends up there. How much is it? 5 sovereigns. Oh, I got 604 gold. Alright, that's less money than that. Alright, that's we might come back here and rest. Hey, Gorat's ability is increased, so his barring is increased probably. Melee, armor, craft, and barding. Yeah, 69%, so that's pretty good. We need to get another practice loot though. The bills to be abandoned. They look out themselves. I think we should take a shot at putting it up. Sure. I can't open it. I got 35 lock picking. That's pretty much how you grind it. You just gotta keep doing this. See if a lot of lock picks. But it's very slow going. Or maybe you can only get one. Let's see if any of these keys work. No good. With the pleasant click, the key turns the metal lock. Let's take a look and see what's inside. Locking and push the door open. This place is abandoned. Go outside, looking around the room. Maybe its occupants left something behind we can use. Let's have a look. What we got here? The horn of Algon Cocoon. Reinforced at the barrel and mouthpiece with brass collars, Owen struggled to imagine the beast from which this horn has been harvested. While possible, it's come from a mature dragon. No man alive would dare fight such a creature for such trivial a trophy. Puzzling, too, were the dog-shaped carves on the horn. No idea what these do. No idea what that does. Alright, I got the shop. The pawn shop. Ooh, another practice loot. I'm so tempted to get another loot. Practice loot. Oh, let's see what we have to sell. No use. How much rope? We got 8 rope. We got 12, so we got some space that way. Yeah, no use for do that. Best to combine items when possible, so you have more inventory space. It will auto combine them, but you cannot combine them when you have both the same item in the inventory. Alright, so do you want to buy anything here? Practice loot? Yeah, how are we doing with oh, I need another hammer. Definitely need to buy a hammer. So have you have over here. Oh wow, this guy he got one shot. But not the shop gets out of the smile. Even with the reduction, I made a pretty profit off of it. 18 sovereigns. Cool. Let's go get this practice loot. That the shop gets adjusted. You want the haggle for that? Fine by me. If you're a crazy man, I'm surprised that you didn't try to nick it. Sorry for a thing like that. 34 sovereigns and 6 royals. Might as well just use it next time, it'll be fine. Alright. Buy some pick locks too, I guess. Let's see if we can. Alright, another item that's hard, but you can get lucky, I guess. See if we can save some money. Alright, 61 sovereigns. Okay, so. $21 leg packs, pick 21 picks, that's good. Did you get any haggling? No haggling. Got 66%, so that's not too bad. Alright, one more house here. The house was not in good repair. Dark green moss covered parts of the door and was visible in several large patches on the front flats. Luckily, his attention returned to the door as he slowly swung open. A foul, misty smell filled the air as an elderly woman appeared in the doorway. She was dressed in a tattered shawl and wore a different shoe on each gnarled foot. You one of them shadow people? I hate them shadow people, she croaked. Her look of contempt suddenly turned to fear. They're everywhere, you know. Could be stepping on my door right now. The thought obviously terrified her, and without warning, she disappeared into the house, slamming the door. Oh, what? So head up to the next town here. So we have to go. I think it's supposed to be a way to push it. Alright. I think we could just escape out. Oh, that's it, didn't work. That didn't work out so well. I'm gonna have to do all that over again. I got to reload. Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna die here. That was not done very well. Oh, what? Alright, so before we pay the loot, might as well do this a bit slightly better here. Hey there, deviant fish. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Let's go barding here. Hopefully we'll do good barding session again. Yep, yeah, still did good. So yeah, 30 sovereigns. Nope, that didn't give look, Gorath got some barding in there. Do this a little bit. Get lock picking up. Another team only up by one. Not if you exit and go back in. Let's see if that lockpicking still stays at the same one. Yeah, lockpicking is something that's super slow to level up. Oh, there we go. Goes up again. Alright, let's just use the key here. There we got the horn. Oh, I got a bunch of haggling to do here. Let's see, get some money there. Alright, let's see if we can. Alright, 33 sovereigns. Okay, let's go. Let's see about $10 there. be able to combine the shovels. No, cannot combine shovels. Alright, alright, should be good. So now we will go out haggling up. Talk to this woman about her ghost that she sees. And alright, let's make a save because we gotta figure out how to get by this trap. Oh, I didn't realize that could happen. Might kill everybody again. Oh, well, you get a chance to see some gameplay. This trap is it's nasty. Alright, so now the question is... Ah, that was a third one. I didn't see that behind the... There we go. Got through the traps. Alright, so this guy must have died in the trap. I got a key. Alright, so any hidden treasure chest back here. Yes. Alright, let's go ahead and rest here for the night. I got to come do the house here. Alright, save. The small house turns out was the home to a slight balding historian named Kellyan, who talked of the ancient Valahov and the relatively recent cataclysm near Sethanon, and if you got some fresh water for the packs. The folks I've interviewed, the ones living near Sethanon, say they thought the world would come to an end, that the fabric of heaven was being turned back upon itself, revealing another universe in the skies, and that they all talked about the explosion and fearsome flying beasts that were circling circling in the sky. His voice trailed off. I think it may have something to do with the Dragon Lords who once roamed freely on this world. One day I'm gonna figure it all out. Lucky laughed. I am sure you will, Karen. Someday, and when you do, I'd like to read that book. In the meantime, thank you for the water. Goodbye. Alright, we gotta figure out which direction we'll wanna be headed west, I think. Yeah, I wanna head up north and west. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. We have another one of these. Hello there, Dynamix. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Let's pause this for a second. I'll give you a shout out here. Welcome on in, everyone. How was your stream? Did you finish the level? Oh, you used the lightning bolt help? That's good. Yeah, Nick was playing some Eye of the Beholder too. So, yeah, feel free to go and check him out. Let's go back. Oh, you finally got the Mark of the Dark Moon. Oh, you're ready for the next area. Yeah, we are playing Betrayal of Krondor. They're kind of exploring. Are we going backwards here? I think we might be going backwards. Oh, we're in Eggley. Okay, so we made it to Eggley. More difficult? Maybe a little bit. I think Beholders are probably one of the more dangerous enemies in the game. Alright, made it to our next city. So we're gonna go and talk to these folks here. Let's go and make a save. Yeah, Wisp. Yeah, nasty, but Beholders can kill you much quicker. Much quicker. Yeah, let's check out this house. Lucky, I pushed open the wooden door. No one lived here for some time, he said, looking around the empty room. Alright, nobody living here. It's abandoned. Hey, got some money. Got sovereigns and royals. So that's the money used in this game. A graveyard to check out. Let's check out the shop. Oh, it's abandoned. Yeah, I don't have anybody with good lock picking skills yet. I got 40 now. Yeah. Trying to raise my lock picking up. Yeah, we're gonna keep trying and then we'll try the keys. It's not going up though. Try a couple more times. Have snap. It will eventually get a thief-like character. There you go, I got 41%. It doesn't fit. Yeah, it doesn't fit, so can't open this door yet. Lucky Sniff, stepping inside the tavern doorway, he detected the faint but familiar scent of lye and more pungent aromas. Blah, blah, blah. The stranger, except for a battle-scarred mercenary who gleaned up at them, the common room of the tavern was completely empty. Only the restless shuffle of feet on the board over their heads indicated anyone else was in the building. Locklear motioned for the figure across the room. The man walks over to join them. He stood before them, eyebrows arched inquisitively.
Welcome to nowhere, sires.
What can I do for you today? I do believe this is the loneliest tavern I ever visited. Where is everyone? Everyone is elsewhere. With the exception of Rake, myself, and a handful of boarders that were wandered in from off the road. There's not been another soul in town since the festival. Everyone, why? What happened here? Come the 8th hour of last evening, a clerk gentleman entered through the same door there and took a seat. He ordered a joint of beef, a loaf of bread, and a mug of ale. I remember these things because I had ordered the same. Soon after he had finished his meal, he went to the tavern keeper and tossed out 50 golden sovereigns, turned around, and was gone by the door. Before the first of those coins stopped spinning on the counter, the rest of the people in the tavern rushed out after him. Keeper didn't even lock the door. Some sort of deal? Nope, some sort of damn local ritual. It seems I arrived in the middle of a ceremony that was called the Festival of the Stranger. Traditionally, the elders of the town would gather at the tavern and draw lots, and the one with the longest lot was dubbed the Stranger. On the first night of the festival, the stranger comes to town and offers the members of town fake sovereigns. They call them Nymptos. And then the citizens of the town leave to sleep in the fields. Of course, I wasn't aware of what was going on. Are they supposed to stay in the fields? No. The next morning, the elected stranger is to circle the village 3 times while swinging a strand of hemp over his head. When he is done, he cuts the length of rope and sets it on the road and lets people know they can come back. They then know that the Killian is looking good with fortune on their township, and that she won't strike their field dead. Keep his eye patch on just so that he won't lose his hair. It could very well be. If the strand is not placed, however, it means that she is displeased. Any sister attempts to return to town will be struck dead. Was the stranger killed by Killian? No, not Killian. A man named the Collector, whom he owed money, who didn't know about the town's tradition. Didn't matter to the citizens of Eggley, though. He still chose to see it as a sign from Killian. They haven't returned since. They think this person's cursed and won't return until the curse is lifted. They relocated in Tanners, Hawks Hollow, and a few in Malik Troth. They all believe they've done the right thing, and are giving me permission to do whatever I wanted here. Out of respect for them, I decided to keep the old town name of Eggley. I don't know, it seems that people would be pretty thick to believe in all that. Would they? Would they have a nerve to spit on the shrine of Ishap? No, but I guess I can see your point. Everyone had their belief. Many people in the village at the one time were farmers. It was difficult for them to simply turn their backs to the goddess of nature. They require her blessings before they can go to new lives. You should remember that before you judge something so to be ignorant. So, as my new job as bartender at the tavern, I suppose it's my duty to see if you need anything. Can I set you up? Alright, we got the festival. Which god did the festival stranger was a celebration of? The fertility goddess, bringer of the harvest, the earth mother, Silban. Pick a name, all mean the same thing. She is the rent to Ma and Pa. Ugly pray to have their little run ugly and enough wheat to eat through the winter. Can't say I have much use for her. Alright, Sylvan, I think it's the town name. So we want to go there, so we'll probably do that in the second chapter. Or maybe we can't. Maybe we have to do it now because it's a murder thing. So we might be doing a little bit extra here. Is there a temple of hers nearby or straight west of Ugly? Oh, there's one west of Ugly, okay. Then north at the crossroads, big white building with the columns. Smells like a whore's bedchamber, hard to miss. Alright. Okay, so it's gonna be west. We'll be heading west anyway, so we gotta find the temple. Alright, mercenaries. One of the brothers in the Abbey at South has been seeing several mercenaries in the move throughout the Principality. And I said they were looking for Cregan, with a good Cregan name like Devinus. I was thinking you might know something about them. I haven't heard anything to do with the Dauphiness of Craig or a bastard father-in-law for 3 years now. I burned my writ of passage the day Spitzer and I boarded the Dauphiness's war galley, the Storm Master, and sunk King Elizabeth's flagship with all hands on board. Since that day, I've only worked for me. Then you have no idea why there would be so many mercenaries running free in the kingdom. You don't get more than 3 Cregan mercenaries together in one spot unless you're paying them to be together. Small little island like that, most of them have killed a member of another mercenary family. Pay them well when they put their personal vendetta to the side long enough to do what it's asked for by them before they start on another. Whoever's funding them must have an incredible fortune in rubies somewhere. Rubies? Io sovereigns won't buy you a thing in Craig except for a month underground and King Leibnitz's pain pen. Ruby. That's all they take. Building. The whole town to yourself. I'm surprised you haven't opened up any of the other shops or houses. I'm leaving them until I know what eventually is going to happen here. Never know when some folks are going to show up and want their property back. I don't want to be the idiot holding the bag. If most of the folks are smart, they probably lost their houses and I'm not much of a lockpick. Yeah, know of anyone who is. Strange castle named Abouk. I ran across him once we were working in the docks with the Cassandra of Craig. We discovered him once when he boarded the Cushian vessel. After he helped open up a few chests of mercantile, we trained him up in the belly of the ship so we could make a present of him to Cassandra. But when the dock in Palawek, all we found was the hold of the ship with a note saying that he could be found in Silden if we ever needed his services. I've never hired anyone else for a lockpicking job since. Spitzer. You must have someone named Spitzer who boarded the Storm Master with you. Was he a friend of yours? Is he still around? You know, to be passing through, you ask a lot of questions. Just curious, I wonder if maybe he would know anything about the Kriegans. He's got more reason to be afraid of King Lubis than I do. He avoid the Kriegans like the plague. Now, if you want to play dice with him, I'm sure he'll be plenty happy to talk to you. He was Tanner's last I heard. Alright, so we will talk to him as well. Thank you for your hospitality, Devon. I was a pleasant respite from your travels on the road. Remember, the next time you talk to someone about Egley, time to start some new rumors. That we will. Goodbye, Devon. How much you charging for a night? 3 sovereigns? Sure. One more night. Alright, so we're gonna have to find a temple to the west. Empty room. Obviously, nobody lives here at the moment. So we're gonna solve the quest here. Alright, let's follow the road. No goodies here. Alright, and then I think that's all for the town. I'm gonna go back. I forgot to look at the graveyard. One way to save on shovels is to only pick the graves that have stuff in them. So let's go ahead and make a save. Warning: the fiend beneath the stone is trapped in the dirt. Not by death. Stay away. Alright. The ground was too hard. Weapon is from the brow, locking it through with his hand in frustration. It feels like someone intentionally passed it down, he said. Probably the family's afraid of grave robbers. Unknown, the lovely lass found beside the road. Just the body. Olive Emberton. That's easy, my darling. Alright. Barlow Flynn. May the death goddess treat him well. Parker Biddle. Dug his own grave. More shovels. Dersham Pruitt. His end justifies the mean. Still Lonham. She died in her lover's arms. Olive Emberton. That's easy, my darling. No, think it might be all. Might move a couple one more back here. Argan Trent, want to be a prince. Okay. Now I gotta remember which ones they were. Yeah. Alright, nope, that's the wrong one. There's one more in here. There we go. Okay. How many shovels? 25, 8, and 21. Okay. I think we look at these houses already, I think. Nobody's there. Alright, let's go ahead. Alright, nothing there. Look at the tree over there. The lower limbs have been hacked off. That either means we're near someone's property line or someone's true native updated view of the area. If we continue this direction, we should proceed with great caution. Alright, let's back up a couple. Got rest. And make a save. Alright. Bring the spellcaster in. Alright. Alright. Um. I'm poisoned. That's not good. Alright. Battle is won, but I'm poisoned. Well, party abilities have increased. Locklear is on fire! His inside burn like hot coals in a furious pot. In this sharp contrast to the numbness he felt in his mouth and lips, the poison spread through his system was slowly sapping his strength, draining him of everything but his will to survive. More time in the oven? That's fine for what it was. It came out in like 1993. Alright. I am pretty full. Alright, yeah, this is the Sierra game. I need to, wonder if we can, I gotta make more room. Poison the 100%. Scouting, scouting and defense, and strength went up. I don't know if I wanna. Um, so this is just None of these are going to be any heals. Let's see if there's anything up here in this little dinky town here to help us. Might reload. Nothing exciting going on there. I got some cash. Alright, the poison's dropping, so we should be okay. Okay. The poison enemies are gonna be a big thing in this game. Alright, that's... Am I heading the right direction here? I gotta find that temple. I'm not sure where that's at. Oh, there's some more dudes here. It doesn't look good here. Guys, he's taking a lot of damage here. We'll try this fight, but it's probably not going to end well. Alright. Yeah, it's dead. Alright, let's just pound this guy into submission. The battle has been won. Oh, Owen's defense is increased. Always good. Get some food. That's spoiled, so no food for us. North to Dimwood. bar you haven't grabbed stuff off of, but I don't think I ever get it. Your poison goes back up again. So yeah, I gotta reload here. It's hard to get rid of poison unless you don't get poisoned, right? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, watch out for the people with the bow and arrows. I need to bring this guy down. Alright, and then alright. Nice, and then okay, 1 down, 2 down. So now let's heal up here a bit. We can do I think everybody is healed that they can get, so. Alright, that's how you do it, right? Don't get anybody poisoned. Party's abilities have increased. Silverthorn. Poison. I definitely want to take this. Like I said, poison arrows though. Alright, see stats up here. Scouting. Scouting and defense, more strength. That's done. We have the money. Five. So leave that behind. We have the lockpicks. It's poisoned. Anything else? Alright, let's go ahead and save. I know. Gotta find that temple. Look, he puts the door up in a wooden barn. Inside, he finds a tall containing standard mixture of animals. The floor barn was covered with a pungent mixture of hay, dust, and animal dung that made his eyes water. He would get out and left a few minutes later. Loki knocks on the door. For a moment, he leaned against the door frame as he waited to position himself so he could listen in for the sound of any stirrings inside. When at last it was evident that no one was coming, he stepped back with a shrug. Ah, doesn't seem anyone's about. Okay, head in the right direction here. Let's see here. Here we are. The temple must be in here somewhere. I didn't see it all the way up here. Oh. Alright, we have our next fight, which should not be hard. Unless these guys have poison in their weapons as well. Get on, dude. Don't do it again. So what I want to do now, bring this guy closer. Let's go with imitation here. Alright, take him out. Nice. And the battle has been won. And Owen's defense is increased. Alright. Spoiled rations are not going to do me any good. Alright, everybody, okay. So now I gotta try to find this temple. Let's see where we're at here. Don't think we're gonna go this way. I think we're gonna head north first. let's rest here. Running out of rations here. Oh, there's a passage is blocked. That's probably for a quest later on. Or a mission, I should say. Alright, there's nothing back here. We got some fires, but there's no chest. Ah, there's a temple. It was an ugly mob! Standing in a semicircle, they waved angry fists at Locklear, trying to smooth over the situation. Look, I don't think what the problem is. I'm sure we can work this out, he said calmly. Surely we can come to some sort of peaceful agreement, don't you think? Unfortunately, the mob seems quite insane. We have to get some food here. Missing, which is not good. There we go. Coal. Yeah, so if you defend first and then you attack the next round, you actually get a better chance to hit. If they miss hitting you. Alright, the battle has won. These guys have a lot of money, at least for the early stages of this game. Ah, good rations, just what we needed. Alright, get some money. Alright. Alright, let's fix everything up here. Alright, let's save. There's the Temple of Selban. The fire was cold, unknown by a natural flame. Lucky decided to explore elsewhere. Alright, we have another teleporter. Talk. A priestess escorted them, expecting a chamber in keeping with the rest of the grandeur of the temple. Luckily, it was startled when they were led into a cramped room where an old woman sat reading through a sheaf of papers. Glancing up, the high priestess squinted at them and shook her head. "Will you excuse me? I was expecting someone else," she said, laying aside the papers that she had been reading. "A few days ago, I sent a summons to one of our faithful, a Franklin that lives in north of Egley. I doubt he would have been able to get to you. Owen replied. "We ran into a band of men just outside the temple who seemed bent on killing any that came up to the road." The priestess exhaled loudly. "The Cregan fever is spreading here, and likely those were more men infected with it. If you were to go to him and tell him the way is clear, I would consider it a very great favor." Looking back down at the chalk scattered in her lap, she rubbed her eyes. "If you forgive me, I really must get back to work on these. Please see yourself out. God is blessing on you." How much is a cure, by the way? Oh. $150 sovereigns. No. Wait till I find it in the field. It's much cheaper that way. All right. Let's see where we're at. Let's save as well. We'll explore north a little bit more, I guess. How much food do we have? Whoops. We got plenty of food now. Yeah, so for the quest in this game, there's no quest log. So you do need to either mentally keep track of it or write it down. Don't want to go any of those places right now. So let's turn around, head back. Alright. So we do need to head back to, I believe, Tanjos again. Alright. Okay, let's head west here. Let's kind of explore a portion of this. We'll go through it. Should we miss anything? And we can always stop at Hawk's Hollow and get some more food. Oh, we got some friends here. Save. Lockyer charged forward. Caught off guard, the opponent scrambled around helplessly before finally squaring off in a defensive position. Exploiting the momentary advantage, Lockyer bunked several quick commands and prepared to join the battle. We're going to do 60 damage. 73. Of course. You want to play that game? Ow! Alright, hey, those guys are beating up Lockyer pretty good there. Alright, that's not poisoned. 16. Alright, more abilities have increased. More rations. I think we're good on food for a while. Owen doesn't have much food. Let's camp until healed. Well, they were guarding this pathway here, so let's check this out. Ah, there's a chest. The question is it a wordlock chest or is it a regular chest? Alright. Up and down they go, but never move. Alright. Up and down they go, but never move. Up and down they go, but they never move. You think I'm close. But not that close. Hmm. Up and down they go, but never move. Hey, Lord Manor, yep, still chapter 1. Yeah, we are finishing up some side quests. Slings. Oh. Sure, got another word, but doesn't help me here. Up and down. Ah, stairs. There you go. The poison arrows. Yes, indeed. Yeah, nope, won't be that. I am requesting that many more Dallas soldiers as possible be moved into town to Towner's immediately. We anticipate the arrival of Gorath. And in order to kill him, make certain he dies if you attempt to move to the eastern roads. I'll put that in there too. Yeah, one letter a couple of times, yeah. It takes me a little bit to figure them out. Let's see. Back in no, we don't need this anymore either. I guess 10's the max that you can carry for these. Alright. Okay. So where are we? Just the idea where we're so we're heading up this way. We'll probably head around here and then head back down again. And then I think I head to 10 years, I guess. I guess I gotta talk to the innkeeper again, I guess. Because we found a temple up here. You have to talk to the guy in Egley or talk to somebody in 10 years. But not exactly sure. I think go 10 years because that's where a lot of people are headed after the strange things that happened in Egley. I might have to go back to Egley again afterwards. But that's kind of the plan. After we get done with that, then we just got the south, turn in the quest, and then head to Krondor. The road was littered with rock. Instinctively, he knew that simply fallen from the side of the rocky defile which now faced them. But part of him entertained the notion that perhaps they had fallen into the roadbed when someone scrambled up the cliffs to await them. We head north. There's always the possibility of Bordel. We'll have more assassins waiting for us, Lockett. Do we risk it? No. Oops. Let's just save first. Let's see what happens. How much health do you got? Okay, pretty good. I got armor craft and stealth up. Defense. Days path. It's like an exposed feeling of the fire. Blah blah blah. Hawks Hollow. Where are we at now? Okay, we're back here again. So really not worthwhile coming up here. So let's load our save. Okay, let's head back south. Okay, let's take a nap. Let me just share. Doesn't share very well. That's good enough for now. North. Okay, so let's check out our map here. Oh, going the wrong way. We're gonna get that. We're gonna head down to Egley. Might be another hidden surprise is waiting for us. You guys are dead. I'm gonna wait to the other end. Now, while we're here, might as well stop at the tavern keepers to see. I think I need to go to Tanya's first. Midday to midnight, so we need to rest.
Welcome to nowhere, sires.
Back for another night of Dublin hospitality, huh? Come in, I need someone to cheat at poker. What can I do for you? Oh, there's nothing here yet. Okay, so. Alright, head back to Tanya's. You probably have to go to the inn there, talk to somebody. It's not right. It's. No, we go there. That's it. So. They're pretty close to one another. After greeting warmly, after a friendly chat and a swig of ale, they refused any further hospitality from the host. You've been more than generous, Locklear said, grabbing his pack. I think it's time we made for the road again. I'm gonna keep going a little bit further then. Okay, let's get rid of this stupid thing. Yes, woman with the ghost. Luckily, it's strange to hear. Standing near the entrance, bits of conversation coming from the table nearby, occasionally managing to fight their way through the other noises in the tavern. Fools from Italy, he heard. Then another man said in a hostile voice, he was looking for Stellan, something about unpaid debts, but voices dipped beneath back to the surface of noise, and luckily could hear no more. They joined a shifty-eyed man. No games right now, fellas. I owe some money to a bloke in the back room. And I don't think he would appreciate me giving it to you in a game of chance. Noticing the man seemed a little nervous, Locklear said, who is this person who you owe money? He is known by folks around here as the Collector. He lowered his voice until it was barely more than a whisper. They say he killed a fella over in Ugly called Stellan. Well, perhaps we can find a game with you on another day, Locklear said. No, the amusements, I can't play the fruit yet. Don't play the, no. Alright, yeah, so there's like, there's a guy in the back. Maybe you. Irritation, flickered the man down. If you please, okay, let alone for a bit. The man begged up. I have a few things to think about. I don't think the. Not sure what else I need to do to finish this quest. I went up to and talked to the priest in the temple and said that the way is clear. And nobody's given me an option. I always thought that this guy would. I'll see you headed in the Pacific direction. Go out there, be one day looking for an employer. Treasure to watch, caravan to guard. The man sticker or caravan to steal from, huh? Freebooter is done as well. Well, there's not much going on in the kingdom these days, not in the west. Put the scene to it that the roads are safer. Vassals happy. For the likes of us, you're taking the fun out of life. Locklear nodded. You're not the first one to say so. Alright. killed a fella over an Eggley called Stellan. I can't talk to me in the back room. Let's sleep here for a night. Alright, let's go back to let's go back up to the other town again, Eggley, and see if there's any new dialogue options. What direction here? Yeah, look west.
Welcome to nowhere, sires.
Nope. Not exactly sure what I need. Unless I talk to somebody else here, but I think there's nobody else here, so. Alright, oh, go back to Canada and go to all the buildings again. But if we don't have any progress, then we'll just skip the mission. It's a side mission anyway, so. Alright, let's go to that building back there. I can't actually get there, I guess. Unless I want to waste a lot of food. I'm gonna talk to that guy already. No, nothing here. At the tavern. No, nobody else. shop. Yes, I don't think we can. Alright, let's continue on, I guess, because it's not going to help us any. So we need to go back to Saw and visit the temple. And then we'll head into Krondor. Okay, that's rest here. Alright, that's Krondor, go by south. And over here, well, I'm not sure if the enemies respawn here or not. Lots of dead bodies here. Looks like they don't respawn, so. Keep heading west till we get to the temple. In the town of Saws, we'll buy some food there while we're there too. Almost there. Oh, is it this temple here? Is it this one? Is this the Temple of Song? It's rest until morning. We're still going to Saws because we need food. Let's see if this is the right place. Luckily, I asked to see the High Priestess. She can't see you. Turning, they notice another hawkish-looking priest, half hidden in the shadows of the colonnade. His eyes rim red. He rubbed vigorously at his face before rising to stand next to his fellow priest. But right now, you just put her in bed about half an hour. She awakes screaming in the morning. The two priests exchanged a significant look, but the meaning was all lost on Locklear. Is she ill? He answered, No. The taller priest said with assurance. There's only simply a thing that have been going on here for a short while. It'll pass. You sound very certain, Kellen, the yellow priest said, angrily. None of us have slept well in weeks. Our healer is so exhausted that he may even find so much as a finger picked on the spindle. There's something evil at work here. Bemused, Locklear looked at Kellen. Why would someone be trying to keep you from sleeping? Who could do it? Both priests shrugged. The purpose beyond us, but we know that whomever is responsible is a magician. I'm very close by, the swore the priest replied. I have also sent a dream sending the others with him. Soldiers, perhaps. I don't actually believe he means to communicate with us, but instead with someone far away. Either way, I don't believe any of us shall have an hour's rest until he is dead or we discovered what he wants. Seeing that Locklear had suddenly grown silent, the priest asked what the matter was. Quickly, Locklear explained about the encounter with the Model spellcaster Nago, and the fact that he was very probably the cause of the previous distress. But this is wonderful news, Culligan said, clapping his hand. Things will improve here once we have gotten our sleep. Perhaps our healer is already rested. He might just be able to bind your wounds if you were injured. We should also see you rewarded, the other priest insisted, despite Locklear's persistent shaking of his head. Do you have any spells I might learn? Owen interjected, seeing the anger flaring in the signor's eyes. He quickly admitted, "Ah, there are other magicians like them that might prudent for us to be better prepared to meet the challenge." Kelly nodded. "I have one such spell can teach you that will allow you to protect yourself, and the others will stay here." Locklear nodded and his reluctant assent, taking a seat next to the reflection pole, motioning for Gorath to do likewise. Wordlessly, both sat down and prepared for a long wait, chatting wearily with the other priests of Sung. After several hours, Owen returned with a light smile flickering on his lip. "Oh, wonderful spell," he whispered in Locklear's ear. "I can't wait to try it out in practice." "Don't be so eager," Locklear shouted back. "I am not quite in the mood to run across another Modell anytime soon." Thanking the priest for the kind reward, Locklear turned and escorted companions out of the courtyard. Alright. Alright, did you get anything? No idea if I don't think we got anything physical, any items. I guess we got that spell, whatever that was. Probably a spell we already had, potentially. Since it seems like a combat spell, but nothing new here. Alright, let's go buy some food. In South. And then we'll have the Krondor, because food will probably be cheaper there. The Krondor is going to be quite expensive. It's still expensive here too. I might be able to sell some more stuff here too. Alright. Hold on to that. Might try using that sword. Let's get rid of all the... I don't need all these shovels either. Get rid of this. Get rid of this here, because this only gives us light. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and get some rations here. 7, so save it by $1. Here I go again. Yeah, available. Alright, so hopefully that's gonna be enough. Hey, party's haggling ability has increased. Let's see how much food we have. Seven. Probably want to get one more. We'll be spending some time in the sewers. Alright, let's go. Hive on here. Alright, share at the party. $11, $13, $13, that should be good. Alright, let's head to Krondor. Alright, so heading to the main quest now. Chapter 1 won't be over like soon, but getting close. Yeah, because we still think have to go, if I remember correctly, we have to go to the sewers to meet the prince. Because they don't want to see go out coming up upon the palace steps. We'll find out. I do have enough to buy a good weapon here, but that's expensive. How much did actually give me? 52, about the same price. Um. Okay. We got rope, we got torches. Get this armor at some point too. I don't think we can go to the end. Oh, we can? Can't do anything else there. Let's go to the palace. Locklear made a face as shocked as she shook the bars. For all the trouble she'd been through to get them alive to Krondor, the locked palace gate simply added insult to injury. Calling out the gate master angrily, he pounded the hilt of his sword against the portcullis. Stirred by the racket, the young man, livid by the colors of the Krondorian lancers, strode out of his watch house and squinted at them, snapping up his body cage, which leaned against the interior wall. Would you please open the gate, please? Locklear said. We are British with the prince. Can't help you, senor, the guard replied. The gate mechanism is broken. Has been since 3 nights ago. Unless you and your companion have a mind of climbing the wall, there won't be any getting through here unless we can find the plans for the portcullis. The castle engineer is absolutely livid. Locklear accepted the news with irritation, but knew nothing else that could be done. Could you go and get the Punta Ruta for me then? It's a rather urgent matter. Again, the guard shook his head. He's meeting with Pug of Stardock and some Sorari fellow named Makala. He gave explicit instruction he wasn't to be disturbed unless the castle was burning down around their ears. Could you at least find Senor James? The guard cut him off the shake of a shaggy head. I've been missing for 2 days. No one knows quite where he's off to, but you know how James can be. Locklear nodded. All too well. My bump of trouble tells me he's looking for whoever who sabotaged the gate. Sabotage? The guard looks puzzled as if the thought hasn't occurred to him. Why would anyone do that? I'm not sure, but if the thought occurred to me, I'm guaranteed it occurred to Senor James. Resheathing the sword, Locklear bid the guard farewell and motioned for his companion to follow him. I have a feeling the only way to solve both our problems by going through the sewers that lead beneath the city, Locklear whispered, hurrying them to the northern gate. There is a secret passage that will lead us into the palace. I am also suspect that we will bump into Senor James down there as well. Locklear led the way. Twice he nearly lost his footing on the treacherous climb, but at least they arrived safely on a precipice of rock just below the northern gate. Too thick to allow determined effort at entry. The door was probably set over the sewer entrance to prevent odors from offending the visitors passing through the northern gate. Was there something hidden in the hole? Locklear pulled the door open. Immediately, he was overwhelmed by the stench of the sewers and looked to go out for his advice. It smells awful down there, he said. Are you sure you're ready to go in? They made their way into the reeking blackness. Oh, goody. Here we are. Let's save.
Who goes there?
A figure moved in the tunnel, seemingly having appeared from nowhere. A young boy halted them before they could move any further ahead. Who will you be, and what will you be doing in the Thieves' Highway? I be Senor Locklear, and I will do whatever I will in the Prince's sewers. And if you are as half intelligent as you seem, then I would advise you to step out of our way. Fast with blade, I see. I am. Step any further, and I'll do you. I will. The only thing you will do, my young friend, is die an unfortunate death at the point of my sword. I used to spar with Jimmy the Hand, and I am a faster blade than he. Do you still wish to cross me? Jimmy the Hand? He is legend, sire. Next you'll be telling you I've lain with the Empress Hercxena of Kesh. I advise you to be nice, however, because I got 5 blokes waiting a little down to make sure nothing happens to me, you see. I don't suppose you'll come on behalf of Senor James, have you? Senor James? Then you don't? Well, perhaps we have. Alright then, down to tax. If he didn't send you, you'll be answering to the upright man and not me, so I wash my hands of it. Just watch the step down here, and there'll be a bit of trouble along the way. There'll be a little trouble going on down here. Good day. Wait, you don't know a way around here. I look like a bloody page to you. I've got affairs of me own what I got to do. Just answer a few questions. Alright then, so as long as you don't ask me anything what might get me into the hospital with the Night Master, what do you want to know? Picklocks. You wouldn't happen to have any extra set of picklocks laying around, would you? Could be, I would. That would be depending on what you have to offer me now, wouldn't it? How about the real royal pardon that's time you end up in the hands of the city guard? Oh, that would be nice. How about the Prince's Palace? While you're at it, I have a cockle-headed 3-pence sword to buy in the fib. What you you just told? No quicker than you're out on the highway and you'll be forgotten in a mark of a minute. You'll have to do better. How about gold? That's the language. 25 sovereigns, take it or leave it. Sure. Deal, I'll hand over the money before we leave. Then you don't mind handing over the picklocks until I have the money, will you? What's fair in it? I'll be off now. I'll go business with the upright man. You have to come and tell me more about your fables about Jimmy the Hand. Oh, perhaps you will. Thank you for your help. Oh, I got some lockpicks. Alright, let's explore. And of course there's enemies, gonna be enemies in here. They agreed to attack. Alright. The enemy was not surprised. I don't recall giving you permission to be here. A large bull-necked man threw towards them and fists curled before him. Turn around! We don't like any trouble. We're just simply passing through, Locklear replied. Immediately, the man turned and snapped his fingers. And moments later, the battle was joined. Down he goes. Oh, let's cast we really keep our health up here. Oh, everybody's at full health here. Well, much health we can get just by resting. The battle was won. And the party's abilities have increased. Flame root oil. Introduced to the kingdom by Althaphane after several soldiers have been injured by frost-bladed weapons. The vicious oil can be bought as a protective coating for armor. Any frost-bladed weapon that came in contact with this brown fluid will instantly return to normal temperature. Yeah. I'll use that up. I should repair his armor. Okay. Alright, everybody's increased. I don't got anything. Oh, let's see what kind of increases. We got defense up to 66. Nothing. Melee up to 69. And weapon craft up to 75. Okay. There's a chest in here. Create light. I don't want to do that. Sure, give me a moment. Save. Owen took a big hit. What's in this chest? Ooh. Skin of the Dragon, I already have. Not sure if I can. Because we can always sell back the other scrolls, so. I'm not sure if it's based on lock picking or what this is based off of. I might not be able to open this chest. I'll try one more time. Probably need like Jimmy the Hand or something to help with that. Oh, where's the stairs going up? The ladder disappeared in a small dark hole in the ceiling, climbing several rungs. Owen turned to the others and called, "There's a locked gate up here. Shall we try to open it?" Alright, so 41%. Nope. Okay, 42%. Alright. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh boy. So, yeah, a lot of branching paths here. Yeah, it'll be down here a while. There are more enemies. The enemy was not surprised. Let's alright, he died pretty quickly though. Oh, that was an easier battle than the last one. Yeah, Locklear's melee increase, all good stuff. That's spoiled. I definitely want to take these. Yeah. 42%. We're breaking them. Oh, we have a gap there. Let's go back and explore some of the other pathways before we jump over the... There's a couple paths here. Let's head down first, head south. Disable the trap. We got some more money. lockpicking ability increased. Nice. So it is based on lockpicks. Disarming traps. Oh, we're just starting to go down. We need rest, perfect timing. Alright. Let's go ahead and make a turn here. Let's head back. There's another path over there we can take as well. That's a dead end. Alright. Let's head west and explore the other pathways over here. Yeah, so we got two other pathways we can take over here. Keep breaking lockpicks that way. Let's head south. Another dead end. I'm surprised there's not more fights in here. We got chest. We got a path here. We got one here. We got a couple of chests in here, I think. Got some rations. Alright, let's go and do that, make a save. Got some rope. They were not alone! I can't see these guys. Oh, he goes down. I can't see anything. I don't need a vest yet, so. Oh, I got some more of those. Good to have. Got more gems. Got some rations. And nobody got any obscure updates. Okay, looks good. Let's go ahead this direction. More rope. Turning around, Locklear fell to stone, sinking his gullet. Fear there left themselves open to attack by yet another band of Nighthawks. To his great surprise, however, a familiar friend stepped from the shadows. Oh, by the 12 gods, Locklear, you're here! Oh, just like you, Jimmy, I haven't seen you in 7 months. Then I rescued you from a band of Nighthawks, and the first thing you want to talk to me about my bloody change of hair color? What is going on around here? The front gate is smashed and there are Nighthawks loose in the sewers. Not Nighthawks, imposters! Someone has been trying to convince Prince Ruther that the Guild of Death has re-established operations here in Krondor using the sewers as their hideout, hoping that the Lancers will come down and clean out the place. In doing so, I think whoever is running this game hopes that all the Lancers will root out all the mockers while they are at it. Well, take out the Guild of Thieves? Doesn't sound likely from all the things you told me from your days as a marker. More to the point. We know now a few of the Nighthawks escaped to Rondi when we smashed them up after the affair with Prince Anita. They certainly won't dare tread Krondor streets for a while yet. I've been tracking around down here trying to find out more when I ran into those fellows. So, why have you come back so soon to Krondor, Lockie? I thought you were going to be gone for another 4 months or so. I got bad news from the Northlands. Looks like the Dark Brothers are stirring again. They raised Myrmidons' battle standard over Sargoth, and there's a Mordell army gathering to attack the kingdom. This Mordell used to be one of the clan chieftains, something of a hero during the Rift War against the Tsari too. I thought Prince Ruther was interested in talking to him. I don't like this, Rocky. The Mordell is stirring again in the north and something mimicking the Guild of Death. My bump-up trouble say things are gonna get far worse before they get better. I assume since we're down here that you're trying to get into the palace. The way I showed you a few years ago? Yeah, I'm thinking I'd have to pry that grate somehow. If you had the key, that would save me a great deal of trouble. They want me, it's all yours. I can find my own way into the palace. I'm gonna creep around here longer down here and see if I can unravel a particular mystery. Suit yourself. I, for one, am anxious to get out of this hole. Come and get me for breakfast tomorrow after I've spoken to Prince Ruther. Alright. Alright, another spot where we need the rope. We're gonna try to get all the pieces without the rope first. Oh, so many ways to go. This might be the exit. They descended the stairwell. Halfway up the spiral, they discovered a heavy iron door which prevented them from moving any further downward. Don't they must have shut, Lockyer said, examining the metal dirt which kicked in the lock. They're going further for the time being. Disheartened, he led the way back up to the mouth of the stairwell. Probably for later on. Alright. Let's save here. Someone or something screamed a warning. By the time it reached the ears of the companion, Lockyer, the only sized up the situation and stood poised for the first strike. Within seconds, the battle was joined. Alright. This is gonna be an easy battle. We are pretty highly skilled right now. Ah, my strength went up. Nice. I already have like up to higher at 84% melee. What you got? Oh, another key is always good. These Sasari quills. The work of a wicked craftsman, the Sasari quill was long and very nearly the length of a man's forearm and twice heavier than the standardized Wikidemian variety. Twin barbs swept back from the laminate point where the meant to worry a victim's wounds, introduce bleeding and eventual death. Alright. Alright, so go on, look up the narrow stairwell. Definitely a way up, but question whether it was the right way for them. Going for a moment. What do you think, Lockyer? I feel like climbing all the way back up? Not right now. West, and then we have. Oh, we are okay. That's back where we started from. We got one path there to take. Alright. Before we do that, how much time to rest anyway? Alright. Yeah, we haven't been here yet. Oh, we got something sticking out of the ground over there. Transport through these sewers is strictly prohibited. Official kingdom business only. Swordmaster Corby. Alright, so we got 2 ways to go. Let's head south first. Oh, so we've been there. Turn around. Okay, and then yeah, make a loop here. I don't think there's anything in this room. We got plenty of ropes, it doesn't matter. Hey Pete, you're on before them. Careful not to edge too close and fall in. Locklear shook his head. The only way of getting across that is to swing across it, he said. We have to have the small hook on the ceiling united. Apparently, we're not the only ones to face this dilemma. I think I could tie some rope there and how we swing across. Yeah, nothing else over here, so yeah, so we're gonna swing back across. Alright. Got the Nighthawks. Let's save here. Oh, this is dead end. I missed a path somewhere. Oh, you have this key? No. I got what, 43? Give me one more percentage point. No, you're not gonna give it to me. Alright, Then I'm gonna keep breaking it. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to actually get up there. There might be another one over there. We haven't been to yet. Let's go this way quicker. Yeah, lots of rope, so. Oh, I found the right one. The gate swung open, revolted by the thick scent of extremement from the chamber. Locklear hastened to the ladder fixed to the far wall and ascended the thick rungs. Behind him, Gorath and Owen reluctantly did likewise, gasping at the nauseous vapors in the shaft. This is nothing, Locklear grunted, shoving upwards against the grating. All the windows in the palace are open right now. You ought to smell it in the window. Darkness surrounded them as they slithered out of the privy. The only impression of the chamber provided by the faint flicker of distant firelight. 10 yards before them, the hall joined with an elaborate colonnade stretching in either direction. Somehow I hadn't pictured my first visit of Krondor like this. Owen sighed, falling blindly in a step behind Gorath and the Signor. What? You didn't like the romantic tour? Locklear chuckled. Not many people get to see that way into the palace. Drawing up short, Locklear's features brightened as he observed a pair of opposing figures lost in conversation. Self-conscious of his bedraggled condition and straightened his uniform, he cleared his throat with a stentorian air. Greeting, Prince of Arutha and Master Magician Pug. Oh, I'm glad as I am the sight of you safely home again, Locklear. I cannot say that my nose is well pleased. I thought we had broken you and Signor Jane's other coming around in the sewers. Oh, you know, the way of old habits, Highness. We had a bit of trouble with the gate, so I chose a more expedient, through somewhat more disagreeable path. It came to a happy end, however. James has told us to send word that he is well, and will see you in the morning. Incurable sewer rat, the both of you! I shall have to order that each of you be accompanied by a score of washing maidens to keep you presentable enough for court. Welcome home, Lockie. Thank you. As happy I am to be here, I'm afraid I come with bad news from the Northlands. I expected as much. With the false nighthawks prowling up my streets above and below it, can only mean the Modell up to the old mischief. What do you know? Motioning to Gorath, Locklear introduced the former Modell chieftain with the wave. Slowly, Gorath lowered his hood. The gasp and startled reaction of those crowded in the hall helped mask the stealthy entrance of the second Modell in the chamber, the one armed with a longbow. Assassin, get down! Chapter 2. Shadows of the Nighthawks. A whisper led him to madness. He stumbled forward, unfamiliar feet 10 times too small to belong to a warrior. There were lights on the hills around him, fires, voices shouting through a downpour of slashing hoofbeats. He reached for a sword and then remembered that he hadn't a sword that night. He'd only been a boy of 12 midsummer, only a boy, and yet he led the ragged remains of his father's tribe. Who leads the Model? The whispering voice insisted in his head. I must see more! Here, the river of men cursed together in a bleeding tide, and he was amidst them, screamed, rang, a howling figure silhouetted himself against the moon and brandished a bloody sword aloft. The wolfish figure screamed words of wrath and damnation as he cleaved his way through his Model brothers. He was Decadecan, former general of the Muradamus, leader of the unified tribe of the Northlands. And he was the enemy. Gorath! The memory detonated to a million fading thoughts, each fleeing. After the faint echoes of a weak whisper, before him now there was a new image. The face of a fair young girl whose pale blue eyes watched him with weary interest. There were others too, all seated, like himself, around a polished console table. All studying, all dissecting, and Gorath was object to the scrutiny. I cannot find the truth, my prince, the tired girl whispered finally, quietly. His mind is chaotic. I find the images, but I cannot hold them long enough to understand. Narrowing his dark eyes, Prince Arusa glared at Gorath. He hides his thoughts? Gorath as Model, Pike quickly interceded. With exhausted daughter, even with Gamina's exceptional talent for sensing thoughts, his mind may have many innate psychic defenses. I need to send for one of my advanced students. No need to disturb studies, Master Musician Pug. The Model speaks truly. Council members exchange surprised glances and then turn their attention to the aged musician seated next to Pug. Lowering his eyes, the man made a submissive gesture. Forgive me. I did not mean to presume, but we have looked into the mind as well, Makala continued. War in the kingdom would have many wide-ranging effects, not the least of which could lead to a disruption of trade between our two worlds. My emperor of Tsaranarani would be most displeased if our rift-making secrets would be seized by barbarians in warfare. Gorath glowered at the Tsaranani magician. Trading agreement notwithstanding, the Model watched your borders, Nighthawk, spy on your imperial cousins, and before the snow there shall be an army come to the kingdom. Heed my words, Prince of Krondor. You must prepare your troops. Anger flashed in the thunderhead of Barusta's eyes as he rose to his feet. What I must or must not do will not be dictated by the Senate, Model. If not for Lucklier's good faith in you, I would have had your head on staked on a pole and paraded you up and down in no quarter of Krondor once I saw you. I have been tolerant while I listened to your vague speculations based on incidental, half-hearted conversations. But how am I to believe what you say? What evidence do you have laid before the council to prove what Declan intends to do? What evidence? I bear the humiliation of betraying my vow as a Model and the indignity of surrendering to a sworn enemy. Why bear taking the kingdom of the owls? What benefit is it to you to snare him? He is leader in name only. However bitter a draught the Kellyan may be for your kills and kin to drink, magician is rule with black poison to the gullets of me and mine. Already he enslaved my cousins and rapes the land. Bloody his nose, Prince of Krondor. Blood his swords, and the unified tribe shall cast him down in wrath. let him cross your northern border, however, and 10 other clans will join their strength to his, and the legacy of the Mercademius will be a spark next to his glory. Yeah, where will we send my troops if indeed intend to strike into my northernmost possessions? Which castle shall I garrison for the attack? High Castle? Iron Path? North Wooded? From the fight of war, my teeth tell me, where would you have me fight it? Let me choose the answer. Would that I tell you that can hold in good confidence that a handful of cowering dogs, and among them only a few are privy to his war plan. His private councils are restricted to a choice individual. His advisors, Nera Benago, his mistress Liliad, his son Morleof, and Nighthawks. He keeps foul company, that leader of yours. Your Highness, if you give me leave, I believe I can find the evidence of Declan's intent. I will need someone to accompany me to Rodney and supplies for my journey and a small parcel of gold. Rami? What? You think you can find a provincial river town in the heart of the kingdom? I aim to catch a bird in flight of the late Declan and emptying a good deal of his treasury to provide the service of Nighthawks. In exchange, he has demanded tactical information about kingdom holdings. He's turned the guild of assassins into a guild of spies? Only for a time. Although the payments have been left in various hidden locals, the messengers were always sent to a rendezvous in Romney. If I go there, I may be able to intercept information concerning a forthcoming attack. Would such evidence suffice? Perhaps. Damn me, but I don't trust you, Gorath. How do I know that it's no plot of yours? We can weigh the evidence of our heart's content, and the cousins can still be slitting our throats up by serfs as we sit here dwaddling. Go to Romney, but you'll provide it for yourself. If this is part of some secret Model scheme, I'll not look the fool before the world. Pug, unroll the map for me. The scroll smelled of dust. Scrawled in chicken scratches and spider tracks, tiny lines staggered across the moth-eaten paper, indicating the paths that were the major roads within the kingdom. Pointer in hand, Arutha bent over the map and pointed to a large black dot. We are here in Krondor. At dawn tomorrow, we will leave to the main gate and rendezvous with your escort, Signor James. I know you might have preferred locking the company, but he has business elsewhere. You will head to Rodney. Providing one of Declan's assassins doesn't slit your throat first, you should reach the Urson Ford within the month. In Rodney, you will join a special detachment of King Liam's soldiers staying at the Black Sheep Tavern. They may be of service to you. Nodding, Gorath took in Arutha's advice, listening judiciously as the prince reviewed the details. If you find the evidence, I will act only when James has conveyed the information to me. Is that clear? Only when I receive James' word. Until then, I wait. Understood, Gorath replied. Good, Arutha replied, slapping the surface of the table with his palm. Looking around the council chamber, he noted the worried expression of all who sat around the map. Why don't you let Gamana and Makala show you around Krondor? I have a few things I need to consider alone. Within the offer of a polite dismissal, the worn council member began to lift the file out the door, mostly glad to be on their feet, and again following the grueling session. As Pug passed by, however, Arutha snagged his sleeve and drew him back to the table. If you don't mind, I would have your counsel, Cousin Pug. Certainly, Pug replied, resuming his seat. I am all attention. As I see it, Declan could have only two potential targets for attack in the kingdom, High Castle and North Wooded. His forces are Sagat is 300 miles to the north, and I doubt he has the resources to fund a line that long. To attack northward it seems unlikely, leaving High Castle, which is a viable alternative, but neither target seems to be an obvious goal. I know you're no field strategist and hate to become involved in state matters, but I should like you to delay your return to your home at Stardock for a while. I feel ill at ease. You are not alone in that. I too have sensed something unusual in the air, but I will not ascribe to it as anything as dire as magic. More likely we suffer from bad soup. Feelings aside, I will call upon the militia reserve from Malak Trust, Dugmore, alighted to join them as a detachment to the Krondorian Lancers just outside of Dimwood. Jane will send the word to me there. What of the garrison? It will remain in place. I have considered the option of a full push south, and it seems unlikely, but I will give Duckman nothing. Our agreement remains. Now we wait. God help Gorath if he betrays us to Madel. Chapter 2. The majesty of the palace was impressive, drawing appreciative glances of astonishment from all as they wound through the room after a room of banquet halls, reception areas, and at last colorfully decorated gymnasium before entering the throne chambers of the Prince of Krondor.
I am glad to see you safe again in Krondor.
Oh, pleasure to see you again, James. Mine, it's a greater pleasure, my lady. Is Pug about? You dismissed him, and he and Makala went off to discuss the magic template I know my husband. That means I won't see him for a few days. Even on holiday, he can't seem to take his mind away from the art that long. And anyway, he and the prince are much alike. Where is Rutha anyway? Out with his twins and the Princess Anita. It seems your famed luck is running thin today. Quite the contrary, for I am still in your company. If I may have a moment. As much time as you need, what may I do for you? Gamina. So, when do I get to meet the stunning daughter of yours? I've heard quite a bit of Gamina, but I've been too busy to make the time to meet her. I imagine you'll see her as soon as I do. She's more aptly to train under Pug in Malacca about the palace. Any opportunity to hear her father discuss magic, and she's immediately at his side. Them two seem to be hiding away from Marutha's twin. She's not quite interested in boys yet. Magic supplies. I know there are quite a few of the artificers of Stardock have begun exporting their goods to the academy. Are there any good places to buy magical items near here? The most notable one is close to a little place called Stardock Annex in the Abbey in Iceham at South. Officially, they have no ties to the academy, but there's not much we can do to keep them from using the name. There's also a fellow by the name of the Bar who buys from us, but he lives a long distance from here, out north of Romney, if I recall. The room was cramped. Lucky! Jane's mother looked into the senior's personal effects piled in this one night heap. He may be a fine toilet, but your personal organization needs quite to be desired. Let's grab these. What do you have? Okay. Alright, can take this to sell. Take all this. Ah, they can be seen. James halted the party consider. Let's not give Declan any more help than he needs. If we need to, the palace is very engaged. We might as well have trumpets. Trumpets here go before it's announced the fast anyone within the kingdom of the owls. Sewers is probably our best option. Alright, into the sewers we go. Alright. So let's give these to you. So you can get some skill updates. So what do you have? You have 83 stealth. Got scouting, got 63% lockpicking. Your James is the thief. And melee is not as great. Haggling is not too bad. That's just trading. Alright, so we got my Haggler 54%, not nearly as good as Owen. And all the stats go up. That is not going to be bad. We don't have too much food, I think. Alright. Cool. Now there's one chest that we can potentially unlock. So let's go ahead and make a hard save. Chapter. I'm assuming there's no maybe new enemies in here. I don't know if there's new enemies. Imagine these all just lead up to the palace. That's yeah, so these are not, I guess this is not supposed to be unlocked. Oh yeah, I gotta choose his skills we want to update. Lock picking for you. Do lock picking and defense. Yeah, 67%. And then we can raise it up another point. A couple more times. That's not gonna happen. Okay, that's there's one chest that we didn't get. Towards the beginning. With more stuff we can sell, because Owen already has it. Is this it? I think this is it, yeah. Where's me luck, Watson? Yeah, so we didn't, we might not be able to do it without Owen. Load the wrong save, load the bookmark. Let's load the bookmark up. Why is Gorath trying to open it? It should be, James says he had the better lockpicking ability. That's like 8 all my health, so. Alright, so let's get out of here. We'll go south and then to the west. A shadow approached from the murky corner of the room. The figure advanced toward them. Gorath paused quickened for a moment, but he relaxed and saw it was not about to be attacked. It took you too long, and I was beginning to think the markers had you bagged up again. Senor Jane, is everything alright? Squire, suppose I know the fact this trip has a state secret which you're not supposed to be privy, and that we are hurrying out the sewers instead of leaving in the main gate in the proper time. How did you find out we were coming? Well, after Senior Lucky dumped me off as we got here and told me I could go home, I got bored and decided to check out Krondor. Unfortunately, there's not much interesting going on here. Decided I would come back to the palace. I tried to pay Gorath an unexpected visit last night, but discovered that the guards had been doubled with orders that no one could see them. I may have fallen for it if I hadn't heard someone snoring in the cell. Gorath doesn't snore, I take it. Not a sound. When I realized that something was in the air, I went to find Nakia and discovered that he was mysteriously absent, despite a tray of food delivered to his door. This moment after I slipped away, finally I came down here and talked to Lim, who told me you'd been down here earlier this morning. At that point I realized Arusa meant to slip Gorath out of Krondor for some reason. Are you sure you're not a thief by profession? You sure you think unnervingly like a marker I used to know? Are we ready, or should we probably get moving? Where are we going anyway? You could not accompany us, Owen. Our mission is too much important. Quiet, Modell. I'll handle this. But I could jeopardize your mission. Who knows? I might be able to take a captive between here and Turbine. If I go back to Krondor now, I might accidentally talk to someone. Besides, I am from the eastern part of the kingdom. I know the area, I might be able to help. For better or worse, you seem determined to hit your fate, the catastrophe. But, if you want to get yourself killed at the tender young age, who am I to naysay it? I used to pull the same stunts when the Ruta wished to pull out of Krondor. Alright then, Squire, you can come along. But these are the ground rules. 1. I am in charge, and you will do whatever I say without question. 2. Under no circumstances do you reveal anything about Gorath to our mission to anyone. If someone asks, you continue what Senior Locklear suggested, that Gorath is an elf. Thirdly, and lastly, do not wander off on your own. I don't care if you're watering the trees. You asked me first. Is that clear? Absolutely, whatever you say. Stop smiling. You're going to earn your keep. I know I'm going to regret this, but let's keep moving. We have a long way to go, and no time to get there. Anything else in here? No. Alright. Sovereigns. Alright, nothing to sell there. Oh yeah, the crossbow. So, do you want to buy this top here? We can do that. Or I can buy some spells. I go back to South and buy some spells. What else we got? Anything? I think we're good here. I think we'll go back to South and buy some spells. We got another shop here. Alright, this is where you can sell some gems. This is a gem shop. 40 sovereigns. Yeah, 56 sovereigns. 60 sovereigns. Alright, got some money now. Ring with a simple adorned band of gold which fit awkwardly in the finger, with a small crafter's fee, and the gold used as spores. The ring is still charming in its own humble way. What mystified him was the peculiar way it worn when someone moved near him. Alright, so Okay. Alright, that has 110 health. Yeah, you're getting that funky color because we have torch. You have a torch guy? Yeah, I have a torch guy. So, our goal is to head to Rami. But we're gonna go explore these areas here. But first, we're gonna start here, get some spells for Owen. And we're curious to see if any of the enemies respawn. I am not seeing any enemies. No, no enemies here. Yeah, we're coming up on south here in a little bit. Oh, we need rest! We're almost to the... You know what, let's use our flute here. Because I believe we can go biting again. Yeah, 71%. This is how you get your biting up to 100%. This usually practice loots. Probably the last practice loot we're gonna need. Could probably use one more after this one. You could theoretically get everybody 100% biting. But there's really no point. 75. That's 78%. This would be get me up to probably like 85 or so, maybe. Biting is how you make money. You can make like, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks. We're going to use, only bard once per chapter, per town. Alright. Up to 82%. Almost done here. 85. Yeah, we can use one more practice loop. If we come across one, we'll buy one, but. Alright, 85%. Alright. There's also a chest, a door that we can unlock. We probably might be able to lock it now that we have Jimmy. Dragon's breath. Spare the eyes, flame cast. We already have that one. Eyes of this half. Night fingers. Skin of the dragon. We have that one already. Dots like clouds. I believe this one's important. We're gonna need this at some point. Flame cast. We got that one already. Got the most of the expensive ones already. Alright, what's gonna be useful? I have no idea what these spells do. Let's get this one because we're gonna need it. I think I'm gonna need it. Let's see if we're gonna get anything else after this. Must be a combat spell. Or maybe it's not the spell I'm thinking about. Oh, I got one spell. Save my money for other stuff if we need it. Alright, so... You know, I forgot to do while we're in South. We forgot to do a bard thing. Oh, I gotta do that in Krondor too. Let's reload and do that again. What are our saves? Oh, it's just here. Alright. I'm gonna do our boarding stuff again, blah. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not going the right way. Here you go, turn around here. Oh, we haven't been this way? We have not been here before. Let's see. Oh, I got some more stuff to sell. Nice. Not going the wrong way again. Oh, let's go back over here. Alright, so we're gonna go through this again. Alright, maybe back out here. And sell this stuff. What? Oh, I think get a shot. Not much money, but let's go out. So this. Yeah, so crossbow as well. Alright, 947. Alright, let's go to south. I gotta go and do the loot thing. Where he rest. Alright, let's go on over here. Save here, make more saves. Get the loot. We'll get up to about 85. Like, remember to actually use the loot in the and then we head back to Krondor, we'll use the loot again. And then we'll head up north. And probably hit Tanner's or whatever that's called. Oh, I forgot to put some boarding. So we'll get a little bit less, that's fine. Cause 80, anything over 80% should be good. Cause you want to get those perfect boarding, you get more money. So go. They're probably gonna get like 82 or 83. Alright. No, 84. Not that bad. Okay. Let's save, because I don't want to do that again. Alright, let's go to the end first, get the money. Is there an in here? There might not be an in here. Before we do that, let's... I don't think I see anything, same stuff as last time. Wasn't there a I thought there was a... Oh, there you go, down here. Let's go in here real quick. We're only going to visit the very first turning point here. Because we couldn't open this before. Alright. Got some spiders. The bandage was lost, holding up our hand to halt the advance. James complicated new course of action while his stomach tied itself in knots. As many times as he found himself in a fight, he never could shake the strange feeling he was about to die. Oh, that's dead. James blinked for a moment. He stared at his dead opponent, postponing in vain as he waited for yet another to come on, teeth bared or blade flashing. But instinctively, he knew that he had won this fight. They were safe for the moment. For the rest. And there are no chests in here. There's nothing over here. Spiders. I don't think there's anything in the bodies. Ashes were cold. I don't think there's any other spot. We can check it out a little bit. I think that was the only door that I couldn't open. Yeah, you wanna rest. Oh, this is the... Yeah, let's head over here. You wanna rest. Yeah, there's another one here we couldn't open. That's... Oh, there must be an enemy in that spot. That's us. Alright. Let's save here. Can't open this. This lockpicking is like at 68%. Alright. Quest for later on, probably. And this either says the complicated tunnels. Yeah, so we're not gonna be able to go through there. Alright, let's get out of here. Hey, killed some spiders, so yay for that. We need to go in here. Oh, let's get out of here. The Enterprise sort doesn't have an end. Oh yeah, I want to buy some spells, right? Buy some spells. Dragon's Breath. Skyfire. The Flamecast. Skin of the Dragon. Whatever that is. I'll save Night Fingers for later. That's, Dragon's Breath here. Skyfire or okay, let's do that and cool. I don't think it's going to be any Dragon's Breath. Creates a thick fog so we can stealthily escape somebody. And the other one must be a combat spell. That's fast. Go back to Krondor and see if we can do some looting. Or barding, I should say. And then we'll head north. There's the end. There we go. See if this guy wants to talk to us at all. James Gwynn, Chief Brown adventures with an old associate, Nivik, Lord Minister of Finances of the Western Realm, a loyal subject of Marutha Heights, befriended both he and Singur Locklear during his scrambling about in the Krondor streets, and I taught him both of them a good deal about working into the kingdom finances. Looking down at a considerable length of his nose, he greeted them cheerily.
Hello, old friend.
Hello, friend. Senior James, what a pleasure to see you. The pleasure is mutual. How are the ledgers of the kingdom, Nivik? Think we have enough money to keep the kingdom running for the year? The ledgers are a balance, but I dare say my thirst suffers a deficit of a catastrophic proportions. There are a handful of thousands of sovereigns a day. I fear having the command for more than a handful for my own use at the moment. I don't suppose you might be in a position. What do you say, Owen? We buy a drink for the honorable tax collector, or do we allow him to expire of thirst? I'll buy him a drink. Bartender, drink for a tax collector. Drink up, friend. Tell me what you know. We've always had a great ear for the happenings in and out of the kingdom. Rumors? My goodness me, I am not the kind to consort with the rumor mongers. No, sir, you should know that. Of course, I occasionally do hear a few facts of interest to people. Accounting is a fascinating business, you know. All the figures and such. Something more lively, if you please. Stolen cows, cheating wives, dishonest traders, that sort of thing. The purists and the scatological, huh? Let me think on it. I believe I heard something last week. At least I believe it was last week. Maybe it was the week before that. Could have been before that annexation at Malak's Trust. If you please, Neville, we would like to get out of here before tomorrow. We're most pleased to accommodate you, but it seems that my mouth is going a bit dry. What do you say about me another drink? Oh, no, that's much better. What was I saying? Oh, yes, about the story. There was this fellow that lives near Sethanon that has filed for 3 new claims of land in the past year. 3, understand that? Is there suspect about his purchases? Is there something suspect about his purchases? Oh, it's a lesson of land and nice enough. Fine pieces of land, matter of fact, but without a tie. How the person so ignorable a bird managed to buy 3 pieces of the prime estate? Tell me that. Oh, what is this fellow's name? Perhaps we should look into it. What kind of question is that now? You think I carry the ledger about my head? I mean, you might as well ask me the name of Prince Arufa's wife. You mean to tell me you can't remember Princess Anita's name? No, what's her name? You told me about the man near Setanon. What else do you know about him? Tell me about the man. Ah, I think his name was, Flipper. Nah, that's not right. That's a Fleeber, Monk's Finger, Maps Flipper, Fever, Maxi Fever. That's it, you know? I'm really getting tired now. Maybe I should go home. There's still a few things you need to know. You can hang out for just a few more minutes? Sure. Look, I can do it. I need something else to drink though. Can you buy it? Sure. Now hit the, what? I suppose you mean that your drink is on the mug. Why don't you talk some more about this Max Fever character? Nah, that's boring. Let's talk about the last year. Did you know that for every cow in leukemia, we got a golden sovereign a year alone just for the manure? Did you know that? But you didn't. And for every duck, Max Fever. I know about Max Fever. Ah, Moxie Flipper. I know that you were trying to buy up some property that's unturned in a few years back from Jared Lycrow, but Jared wouldn't sell to no one. So Maxie cooked up the idea. You sure you don't want to hear about the ducks? No, just tell us about Max. What did he do? He got himself a shovel and dug. Ugh! Tried to ski Jared. Of course, Jared wasn't scared for nothing but sword fighting Nia. What was you thinking up? Going to sleep now. Good night. Maybe buy another drink? What, I haven't run out man money yet? Oh, in that case, I'll have another if you're buying. Greybeard, there's something on that's where he's digging. Up. Free to ghost and draw whatnot? Not at all. Just Nia, little old Nia. Where do you think he got the funds for about the land? He said that he got it in the hole. Oh, the monkeys. Oh, money's in the hole. Just gotta go get it. Ain't afraid no goose it. What the hell are you talking about? Where's he going? I think I go home now. One more thing over here to keep him going. Yeah, you're the Undertaker key under the skewer. Try to suit the tomb, but I'm no criminal. Oh, gets me. Oh, God, I'm gonna be sick. Oh. So what? I don't understand. I said I'm gonna be sick. Okay, I think it'll be enough for now. Sleep well, Nevik. I think we know what we need to know. Owen played, losing himself in the flow of music. He came on occasionally mangled a note or two, but the whole did justice to the kingdom of mine. The only two to know by heart. Ah, that's nice, the tavern keeper said with a smile, and then Owen 94 sovereigns and 5 whales. You'll just have to pay for it again sometime. Whew, I only got $100. Gonna do it again. Alright, let's get out of Krondor. Yeah, the party's bartering is increased. Alright, Gorath is going to become a master bard at some point. Alright, here. Let's see where we want to go. I think we wanna go east or north first. Alright. I guess we'll go Chethanon, Lighton, Markscroft, and Darkmoor and back around again. So, Jeff did reach Romney. So, for the first chapter, we started here. So, we did all up around here a couple of times, and came all the way down here and back over here. So, this should be shorter since there's less land to cover. That's rest for the night. Okay. Let's get Tanner's here. Yeah, we're gonna go up to Tanner's just mainly to Bard. Get some money. See if there's any new items in the shop potentially, but let's see, get anything. Oh, when played, fingers slid easily over the lute's fingerboard as he moved between the chords of the kingdom of mind. The notes filling him as well as guiding him forward quietly, he began to sing the refrain. The kingdom mine, not with my blood I paid, to guard against those who oppose her. When he finished the tune, he found his audience sitting in a stunned silence, their gazes fixed upon him. That was beautiful, the tavern keeper said, and he got 31 sovereigns. More barding. 36. Oops, that's the one we just did. Alright, nothing in there. I don't think we need anything here. Oh, we got process loot. We can definitely get one of these. 37. Alright, let's save there. Check his last house out. I don't think there's anything here. Alright, let's go ahead and make a save. Alright, and that is going to be it for today. And yeah, we are we'll play some more of this tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And we will work through chapter 2 here. So Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll play more Betrayal at Krondor. And then Monday night at 6 p.m. we will do some flashback. So we'll be starting the other second chapter, I guess. So kind of gotten used to the controls, so hopefully it'll go a little bit smoother. But we'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, let's go find somebody to raid. Let's see. If from December we can give a raid to here. Oh, so many choices. Yeah, let's see. Alright, why don't we I'll send you guys over to Nostalgia Rhino, playing some Duke Nukem 3D. So we'll go check them out. So let's go and do that. So yeah, so take care. Have a good rest of your Saturday, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. So take care.